Imagine you're in 1975 Kabul, Afghanistan. The sky is filled with kites, and the childhood friendship is about to be tested forever. Welcome to the life of Amir, a 12-year-old wealthy Pashtun who lives with Hassan, the son of a Hazara servant, Ali, who is the father of Hassan, and Baba, who is Amir's father. Amir and Hassan take part in a prestigious kite flying tournament. Amir's duty is to fly the kite, while Hassan is to retrieve it. After Amir miraculously wins, Hassan goes to fetch the kite. There, he encounters Asif, a bully. In that moment, Amir is faced with a choice: act or to stay silent. That split-second decision he makes shapes his relationships, his sense of self, and the guilt he carries all the way into his adult life. As Afghanistan faces political turmoil and Amir is forced to flee the country, the weight of that choice follows him for years. The Kite Runner, then, becomes a gripping story about whether it is ever possible to confront the past and find redemption for the decisions we regret the most. And before I officially rate this book, let me quickly establish the rating system with which I will evaluate. There will be a maximum of 4 kites given. If the novel exhibits one criterion, it receives 1 kite. The first criterion is relatable characters that I can sympathize with. Now look, as a 15-year-old, I'm naturally more inclined to read stories that a teenager can resonate with and feel for, and The Kite Runner is just that. While reading, I profoundly felt sorrow for Hassan and guilt for Amir. I could sympathize with him, especially when he struggles with his loyalty to Hassan and his own desire to be loved by Baba, even when his choices frustrated me because his guilt was painfully human. Therefore, The Kite Runner certainly deserves this well-earned kite. The next criterion that I look for when evaluating any fictional novel is if it has a compelling storyline with several plot twists. And without spoiling the plot here, it becomes hard to explain fully why. But The Kite Runner certainly deserves this kite as well, since its plot twists deepen the novel's themes of guilt and redemption as opposed to existing solely for, well, the shock factor. Furthermore, the third kite is awarded to novels that exhibit emotional depth consistently throughout, packing a whole bunch of emotions in words. And The Kite Runner also receives this kite, because it somehow manages to make readers feel nostalgic, uncomfortable, emotionally struck, and hopeful, all within a few hundred pages. Hosseini's tone shifts between nostalgia, tension, and hope, keeping all of you emotionally invested throughout the entire novel. And finally, The Kite Runner also fully deserves the last kite, which is earned by literature that is eye-opening and perspective-changing. And if any of you here, after reading The Kite Runner, which you should do as soon as possible, believes that the book is not eye-opening or perspective-changing, then well, you probably just haven't cried over a kite yet, or thought about friendship, loyalty, or guilt the right way yet. Its narrative challenges you to see the world through another person, an Afghan citizen's eye, and makes you reflect on the choices we make and the consequences they carry. To briefly conclude, I highly recommend The Kite Runner, proven by me giving 4 out of 4 kites, written in 2003 by Khalid Hosseini, to all audiences, but particularly teenagers living in a privileged society like I am, because it reminds us that our choices, our actions, have consequences, and most importantly, empathy is something money and comfort can't always teach.